Hi everyone, I wanted to do a quick update. It's come around really quickly, but I'm going to Athens on Sunday. I'm travelling on Sunday. I arrive there about 2 in the afternoon and we have a consultation with Penny at Serum IVF on Monday at 11 o'clock, I think it is. So yeah, so I'm going there Sunday and coming back Tuesday, so it's literally 2 days. And then the following weekend, I'm travelling to Cyprus and I'm spending a week with Shelley Nick. I'm excited to see her. If you don't know who she is, I'll put a link below, but I'm sure I've done a video about her before. I've also recently been to see a bowel specialist about having my tube removed from my bowel, or my bowel removed from my tube, whichever one's stuck on, whatever, I don't know. The guy I saw first, the guys Ev and I both saw first, was the main consultant, and he said that there was risks involved, and no one's actually said what risk that is, whether that's obviously damage to the bowel, but in, you know, how bad and everything. And I don't think they ever spoke about me ever, you know, perhaps getting a ileostomy or needing a colostomy, to have a colostomy bag or whatever. But yeah, we kind of want to know what the actual risks are, so we haven't really got many answers from that. And then we went to see a registrar a couple of weeks ago, and it wasn't actually the consultant, it was the registrar, and she had to look back through the notes, and she was asking me loads of questions that they should have known. Typical, because the consultant we saw, we'd actually paid to see, and then the registrar that we've just seen just now, who didn't know who we were, it's just like, we obviously didn't pay for that appointment, so it's like, they seem to know who you are when you pay, because they make the effort to read your notes before you go in there, and it's just annoying. We were like, yeah, how many IVFs it is, you know, what's happening? It's like, you tell me what's happening. We've come here to find out from you what's happening, not the other way around. She said that there's little risk, even if they try and detach my tube from my bowel, they could just nick my bowel and then they'd have to sew it up again, and it would just mean a little bit of a stitch while in there. And she was kind of really vague about what the risks were again. So I said, would it not be advisable for me to go and have an MRI? They said to me, well, yeah, you can do, that's fine, we'll put you forward for an MRI. And I'm thinking, why am I telling you what to do? Like, you should have already sent me for an MRI. Anyway, I went for an MRI the other day. So this is the little pod. It's like a little thing that obviously drives along. And I was in there for about 20 minutes. And it was really loud. So I have to wait a bit. It was really loud. And I had to wear these like ear muff things to muffle out the sound. Because it was like for like 20 minutes. This is the room I had to go in. I had to lie in there for 20 minutes. Thank you.
Yeah, all right.
Bye. Yeah, that was a bit weird. And I should get the results in 2 weeks. It's 2 weeks on Sunday, and I rang today and they don't have anything reported yet, so they obviously haven't put down my findings. Don't really know what they're going to be looking for, but I'm guessing I just want that piece of paper for them to then so I can take it to Serum in Athens. I'm guessing that the appointment in Athens, I'm going to have like scans, and Zav's going to have like semen analysis and all that sort of stuff. Because ideally, I want to have a cycle first where I can collect eggs and freeze them, so that, because if there's any damage to my bowel or my ovaries or anything like that, I'm just going to be devastated that I'm not able to do IVF with my own eggs. So I want to have my own eggs collected first, have them frozen, so if there is any risk, or some people say that when you have your tubes cut out, it can cause like lack of blood supply to the ovaries and you can get less eggs and stuff. So I'm just panicking. So I'd rather have the cycle first, collect the eggs, freeze them, then go and have my operation, which they said it'd be 6 weeks off. My friend today told me that in March that she's not going to be working, so she technically could look after Owen if I was off, which is very handy. So I was thinking if I did a cycle sort of beginning of the year to collect the eggs, by the time March came, I could then have the operation. And then by the end of the year, or middle of the year, not end of the year, because I'll go mad, I'll have them transferred. If I had the money, which we don't, but we could find it somehow, loans or whatever, I would probably like to have the cycle this side of the year, really. So then I've not got, like, next year, I've not got however long it is to have my cycle, however long I need in Greece to have an egg collection, and then 6 weeks off, and then to go back and have eggs transferred, and then to possibly do another cycle if it doesn't work, but it will work, obviously. Yeah, it'll be a lot of time off, so it would be better if I could do the cycle before the end of the year. But considering we're in September now, we've got Christmas coming up, and I've got no money, so I don't really know how that's going to happen. But yeah, that's my update for now. I always record. I always on the iPhone, and actually my Samsung as well, I always voice record when I go to have any consultation with anyone. So I've got like a recording of the most recent bowel specialist one. And she doesn't say anyway, she doesn't say that you know, if I take the risk that I could really seriously damage the bowel and my last remaining bowel. They say there's risk, but I think it's just to cutting the wrong thing and then they'll just stitch it up. I don't know if it would be like, that's it. You've already had your small bowel, your large bowel taken out. You've got your small bowel left. If we cut into that, you'll have to have a colostomy bag. I think it's more like there's possible nick, but you don't know. It could be worse than that. But I'm waiting for someone to give me a proper answer and tell me exactly what the risks are. But obviously we just saw the registrar. So yeah, at the moment I'm planning what to take to Cyprus. I've got my notes from my bowel surgery back when I was 20. I've got them. I paid £50 for them from my old hospital. I've just paid for my last cycle at the New Life in Epsom. My one cycle that went massively wrong, and 12 eggs were collected, only 4 were fertilised, and none of them made transfer. So we spent a lot of money. I had Humira twice to bring my inflammation down, my NK cells and cytokines and stuff, and may as well have not bothered. That was £700 each time, and I did it twice. That's why we ended up spending about £8 last cycle and didn't even get to transfer. So yeah, I'm still a bit bitter about that, and I can understand why. That's why we want to try Penny, because she doesn't. We obviously have to fly to the consultation in Greece, but we're seeing it as a bit of a holiday, you know, because it's going to be like 28 degrees out there. I've got a hotel that's got a rooftop terrace and stuff. Yeah, so that's what I've prepared, and also had that MRI, and I'm waiting for the results. It should be 2 weeks Sunday, and I go on. We travel on Sunday. So I don't know how that's going to work. I don't know if they'll fax them over to the hospital or whatever. It's just going to find out where everything's laying. Like if it's all on the left side, they won't cut that way. If they're going to do the operation, just to have an idea. But I don't think Penny from Athens needs to know about the bowel surgery as such. She just needs to know that your tubes aren't going to be there, because my leaking tubes will stop IVF from being as successful, and they don't want me to have Esure, which is the coil to block the tubes. Yeah, so what else have I got to prepare for Athens? I don't know. I'm hoping that they'll let me film a little bit. Maybe I should email them. Anyway, yeah, that's basically my update for now. I will let you know how it goes. That's it, really. I hope you're all well, and I will speak to you soon. Bye.